Wow. Listen, I'm sitting here with, I'm standing here with Jerry Stiller and Meara, and that was a great piece of material, I must say. Our audience really flipped over it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How long have you been doing comedy?
5 years. 5.5 years.
Down in the Village, right?
We started at the Phase 2.
That's right. I used to live around the corner from there, and I used to go in there, and the Fiend John was down the block. You remember that?
Right.
It was right on Weintraub Street.
No. It was on Bleecker. It was up way over on it. Right.
Street.
That's very nice. Listen, I've see, I have a new album. This is, Ed Sullivan presents The Last Two People in the World.
That's
Jerry
right.
Still. How did he get into it?
He produced the album.
He sat there and he laughed and did all the other things that you got to do with it?
He wanted us to do the album, and we made a contract with him, and through him, Columbia.
He didn't write the material, he just produced it.
No, he produced the album.
We did the material.
You did the material. Okay, I just want to know. I want to see Ed Sullivan do material. I think it'd be kind of fun,
He has some very funny punchlines as you leave the theater, though.
Like what? Like what?
Oh, they're really beautiful. One time, when we did our first computer sketch, I'll never forget that. That's where I'm the Jewish guy and Anne's the Irish girl. We're walking. We just did it for the first time on his show, and the audience responded in a beautiful way, and then after it was over, he said something very beautiful to the audience. He said, the Pope, he says, is going to be doing a lot of things and changing these things that are getting in the way of things like this, and we were very moved by this thing. And
First I heard that the Pope worked for CBS.
but he didn't say, he was not, but the thing about it was that as we left, we said, that was a wonderful thing for you to say, as we left. And then as he left through the door, he says, incidentally, these mixed marriages, they never work out.
Oh, really? A lot of your material is based on actual incidents that occur. Does it ever occur in the home, in your house? I know a lot of the things are from your parents. But you have children now?
We have two.
Yeah.
Two of them.
Amy is 6 and Benjamin is 2 years old.
And what happens when something happens with them? I mean, do you pick up them? Is there anything you can use from the younger generation?
Well, Amy is very much involved with what we do, and we have a sketch which we call Hate. I say to Anne, I hate you, and she says, you hate me, I hate you. And one day Amy, who's 6, came into the room and she heard us saying this to each other, and we looked at her for a moment and we didn't know what to say, so we said, Amy, Mommy, Daddy, rehearse. Right. Mommy, Daddy, rehearse. And Amy looked at us and she started to smile. Well, about 2 weeks later, we were fighting. And Amy walked in and she said, Mommy, Daddy, rehearse? Mommy, Daddy, rehearse?
I said, no, we're fighting. Get out of here.
It gets to be a little complicated sometimes, but I mean, they're part of our life, the children, and they travel with us wherever we go. We played Las Vegas, and Amy was...
First 2 words she ever spoke was room service.
But the kids give you ideas like your parents did? I know the things you have hit me home and hit.
We want them to be stars, so we don't have to go out and work anymore.
Oh, really? So how are you doing that? I mean,
no, we're not doing anything about it. As a matter of fact, we're very much. I am very much. I don't want to see Amy doing anything she doesn't want to do.
You don't like this business?
No, I like the business for me. I like the business for me, but Anne feels differently about it.
I disagree. I think what's wrong with why be in a business you'd be ashamed for your children to be in? I would love them, but they got to get their own act. I mean, I'm not gonna...
Well, you sound like you're ashamed of it, though.
No, I'm not ashamed of it. It's just that every time she comes to a dress rehearsal now, of the Ed Sullivan show, she wants to know why Ed Sullivan didn't introduce her. Like he introduced a couple of important celebrities, and we said to her, now look, Amy, it's Ed Sullivan's show, it's not our show.
Have you asked him to introduce her?
No.
Well, I mean, why don't you ask him?
She's no star.
Well, I mean, but some of the people he introduces aren't stars.
No, but
she loves getting introduced, and I can't get it through her head that you have to do it.
Well, you know what she said to us?
She comes home and she says, I've got that great boy who's an accountant now, right?
Right.
And all these years, and he comes in, and I don't want to put accountants down because we'll lose half the audience, but I'll put accountants down, okay. What happens when she comes home and she says, listen, this is an accountant I'm going to marry, right? And he's, just...
if he can help us with our income tax.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, it's all right. Whatever she likes is fine, but it's not like...
I know what Fred is saying. Would we want her to be in the mainstream of the...
Yeah, in the business. It's kind of fun. More exciting. Well, listen, we're going to go right now.
Maxine going to sing again?
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, you're a doll.
Great.
Right. Maxine Brown is going to sing If You Gotta Make a Fool of Somebody.